Okay, so if you're signed into a practice session for the ELA writing AZ Merit, this is what screen they're going to see when it first comes up, okay? On the left, we've got the little save buttons, which they should be saving kind of as they're working on things. So if they type anything, first 10 minutes or so, should hit that save button, okay? The end test button is only at the very end. When they think they are ready to turn it in, then they can press that button, but not until. Basic functionality of this. So here on the left, we have our story, and here on the right is going to be our writing prompt and the rubric kind of telling them, oh yeah, this is what I expect from each of these sections, okay? If they want to move pages in the story, it'll start like this. See how this one's grayed out? Well, the green arrow here will take them one page to the right as they go through the story, okay? If they're more comfortable with reading the story entirely by itself and then seeing the prompt, this little book button will either make it into 2-page view or back into 1-page view, okay? If you want to see just the writing prompt, then you can click this double arrow and it'll make it full size. You can read all of it, see all the rubric and what you were writing before, as well as minimize it back to half page, okay? If you want it to be read to you, you can also click this little 3-bar thing and click Speak Passage, and it'll actually start reading it to you. Now, you cannot pause it once it starts reading. So if you hit it again, it's going to start from the beginning, okay? Just letting you know. Up here in the top right, we also have the dictionary. So if you click it, it'll bring up this. You need to look something up. If you want to know the definition of something or a thesaurus for those alternate synonym words, that's where you would look those things up, okay? Same thing with the notes page. This notes page is helpful if you're going to be taking notes on, oh yeah, this helps support my idea, this helps support my idea. That text evidence that you'd be looking for in your actual reading to be able to help your writing, it would be a good idea to copy and paste it into here, okay? However, it does not save. So if you are trying to type all of your paper in here and expect it to save and submit it like that, it's not going to work, okay? This is only to take notes. This is only to hold stuff for a little bit and then put it into your writing in a minute, okay? So try to avoid using this unless it's absolutely necessary. Next to it is also the line reader. So this line reader, you're going to have to use the arrow keys on your keyboard, but you can move it up and down to kind of help you read one line at a time, okay? If you're using that passage reader at the same time, I would suggest you also run the line reader and kind of follow along with it, so that way you can hear it being read to you and read it yourself at the same time, okay? If something is also too small, you can use the zoom in button and of course make it bigger, or if it's too big, you can zoom out and make it a little bit smaller, a little more comfortable to read, okay? Those are just the basic functionality tools. There's also a help button and a settings button. This settings button is where you can change the volume of the voice, the pitch, so if it's a high or a low voice, and how quickly it reads on the rate, okay? This pause button is only for me to take care of, so if you need to go to the restroom or something during the middle of the test, which you really shouldn't need to, I will have to click that pause button, and it'll only hold it for about 15 minutes. If you're gone for more than 15 minutes during any test session, it'll close it out, and it'll just take it as it is. It won't let you open it back up again, okay? So those are just the basic tools and sets we have in here. Any questions about what's in here?